In Advent, we think about the one who is to come. When he was an adult toward the end of his physical life, he talked about why he came. From the 15th chapter of John, Jesus said in the upper room to the disciples, "I have come that you might have life and have it in abundance." Oftentimes, I think, we tend to focus on the gift, that you might have life and have it in abundance, but not to focus enough on the giver. I have come that you might have. I have come to provide you with. I have come to offer the gift of life in abundance. It's easy, I suppose, at Christmas time and any time, to think about gifts and ignore the giver. Last December, Paige and I and Allison and Andy took Anderson up to Blowing Rock in December to meet Santa. Blowing Rock is just magical during December. The way the village is decorated, and the spirit and the food and everything that happens is just lovely. So we took her up on a Saturday and went to the park in the middle of Main Street. And there was Santa, and there was a brass band, and it was cold. I mean, it was really, really cold. And there was a line of parents and grandparents and children waiting on Santa, and the line looked like it stretched to Lenore. It just went on and on. We said, okay, let's get our place and let's inch our way, listening to the brass band and chatting with one another, and periodically going over to the deli just down the street to get hot chocolate to sort of thaw out again. And we worked our way up and worked our way up. Paige periodically would take Anderson in a stroller and push her around the park, or would take her out and take her hand and walk with her, but always back to our place in line, inching in closer and inching in closer to getting to Santa. And finally the time came. We had been there for so long. We were so cold. We as parents and grandparents were so excited. And Anderson was so terrified. She had no idea why there's this stranger in a bright red suit with a big beard that she's never met before, and who is he, and why does he want her to sit on his lap? And she just literally freaked out. It was a horrific experience for her, just traumatizing almost. Wanted to have nothing to do with the jolly old guy. However, a couple of weeks later on Christmas morning, when she went to the tree and realized somebody had left brightly packaged gifts, she was really cool with that. Oh yeah, there was no trauma, no terror. This was just a celebration, box by box, package by package, loving the gifts. And I thought, how like us. When you're 2 years old, it's understandable. But for many of us so much older, we still love the gifts, but don't give much consideration to the giver. I accept the gifts God provides to me through Christ and rip open the packages. But how often when I enjoy the gifts do I think about the source? Do I identify the gift with the giver, with the one who said, I have come to give you life abundant? When I see my family and all the joy they bring to me, do I see Jesus? When I see my friends, do I see Jesus? When I celebrate health enough to be up and out and around and enjoying and doing, do I see the one who has given me that ability and that opportunity? When I go to church and am part of this wonderful fellowship of people like you who seek to learn about faith, but then to make the world a better place, do I at some point say, this wouldn't be here were it not for him? When I see church, do I see Jesus? The freedoms that I possess and that I want to ensure to others in a living, vital democracy, they were written on and founded on principles of faith. When I celebrate what it means to have freedom and to want to win freedom for other people who are oppressed, do I see Jesus and the gift he's given me and the call he gives me to do for others? the pleasures of life, the hobbies, the activities, the things I enjoy, the things that bring life to living, when I take advantage of and celebrate and embrace those, do I think for every gift there's a giver? Do I see Jesus? And the opportunities to give back, to make something with my life that matters, to make a dent, to make a difference. Do I see Jesus opening those doors? Each time that I celebrate any gift in my life, there's an opportunity, and I think spiritually an obligation, to connect the dots, to allow myself to be reminded of the giver so that my soul can be refreshed and refashioned every day by a form of grace which we call gratitude. A reminder that good things are provided to us because a good Savior loves us that much. I have come, he said, that you might have life in all its fullness, life that is abundant. I have come so that every gift connects you more fully with the giver.